Schwarzenegger in this motherfucker. That's cool.
You're live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's show. I hope you all are having a great week. Biz, what's happening, my man?
Back to being normal. Last week was a little rough. Last week was a little hard, but the circle of life, still you go on. So everything is all
Let's
good.
do it. What's up, Jonathan?
What's up, Garrett?
So we've got my boy Jonathan Koo here.
Wow.
You guys are going to love this show. This dude brings the fire. I'm telling y'all
I'm
right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to stay in this seat the whole time, but we're going to try and keep him here. Let him tell you this story.
I have a very, very interesting story, guys. Plus, I'm a troll, so I think most people find me entertaining.
He's definitely a troll.
We've been here 3 minutes and I'm live.
Yeah.
3 minutes like this dude, yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, like, so I'm going to start the introduction off a little different this time before I let you, like, really tell everybody what you're about and kind of give us your backstory here.
That's fine.
So I met Jonathan at the gym. You know, as y'all know, next week we're going to have a recap. We've got Alex coming back on from the whiskey weight loss. We're going to do round 2. I'm even going to post some before and afters because I've lost like 21 pounds in 8 weeks.
Dude. Congrats, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's a big feat, man.
Got back into the game and the fitness journey and feeling really good. I'm about to start the second part of his program, but we're going to bring Alex back on, talk about that. But I figured a great precursor to that was to bring this guy in.
I don't even know why I have a jacket on.
Yeah, I was going to say that jacket keeps you from doing all your normal stuff.
I was going to wait
here.
till we took a shot, but
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
All right.
So, Jonathan, I'm going to be completely honest here. You guys should expect nothing less. When I first got back in the gym, so everybody knows there's certain people in the gym that just stand out. And there's people that you watch. This guy's one of them.
I'm the crazy guy in the gym.
I literally thought, I'm sitting there. I mean, I'm a person that when I'm working out in the gym, I got my headphones on. I like to zone out. Unless I'm working out with somebody, then I'll ditch the headphones. But most of the time, I mean, I used to work out with Naz all the time at 5 a.m.
Shit. Okay.
Naz and I were workout buddies pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Trying to get back to where I can hang with him even a little bit. Because like now I know he'd just kill me.
Yeah.
But when I first got back in the gym, I'm watching Jonathan go around the gym. And guys, I'm going to try to explain this the best I can. Like, I literally thought he had Tourette's or something.
Yep.
And I was going to ask Naz, like,
Yep.
what is up with the crazy Asian dude?
Yep.
So I'm going to describe, if you show up at Lifetime at like 5:30 in the morning, what you're going to see is Jonathan with his selfie stick tripod, his phone.
Yep.
He's got a tank top on. He's got the LL Cool J pants with one leg hiked up. And this dude is like K-popping and like...
I'm balancing.
I mean, he is getting it on. Like, he brings the energy, sets the tone in the gym. Like, if you need a little motivation or think you're having a bad day, just you look over and watch Jonathan and you're like, dude, that dude gives 0 fucks.
Yep.
He is living his life. And man, I wish I brought that much energy to the gym. Like, on my best day, I don't feel like I have what you're showing. Like, you bring this charisma, this energy that is, I mean, like, I've never seen anything like it in a gym. And I've been in a shit ton of gyms from the time I was like 16 years old on up, working out in the gym. So it's funny, I had this preconceived notion and was totally judging you.
Yep.
And had these such, I mean, not to mention, he makes the craziest faces. Like, this dude gets like
this guy
angry mad. He does that. He gets all going. Baby. And then he just starts banging some weights. I mean, like, it's impressive as shit. Well, then there came a Saturday about 4 weeks into my journey back into the gym where this dude walks in and I didn't know what was wrong with him. Like, he was talking to another gentleman in the locker room that I knew from previously, and he was just down. And I was like, I didn't know his name. I had never introduced myself. We'd never met. And he made a comment. He's like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it today. I was like, whoa, bro. You got to amp that up. Like, everybody here is kind of counting on you to do some kind of crazy. Like, we need you to, like, bring that energy. Like, I can't have you in the gym working out with, like, that kind of energy. And you introduced yourself, and we just started talking.
That's my thing.
And you asked me, you're like, can I take a selfie with you? You're like, that's my thing. I take selfies with people at the gym. And I'm like, wow, I've never had anybody else ask me if they can take a selfie with me. It's in the gym. We're in the locker room. Little weird, but okay, yeah, cool. Let's roll. Yep. And then we became Instagram friends. And then you're like, I left it, not even thinking about it, on my podcast page. When I pulled that in there, I gave you my personal, and then I signed you on the podcast. And then you started asking me about the podcast.
Exactly.
So I knew I had to have you on the podcast because you started telling me your story. I got like the first snippet that first day, and I was like, yeah, that needs to be on the podcast for sure. And if you're willing to talk about all that, let's rock and roll.
That's what's up.
Without further ado, tell everybody about a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, and what you do for a living and stuff like that.
Cool. First of all, can I get this back down? Because it's like
it's
like all up in my shit right now.
Yeah. We can get you fixed up here.
Appreciate that. Who the fuck from San Juan is calling me right now? Them spammers are real. Appreciate that.
Well, yeah, when you troll as hard as you do,
Dude, I swear, I got fucking haters all day. All right, so I guess starting off, born and raised in Gulfport, Mississippi, guys. I am a small country boy from the middle of nowhere. Typical Asian family. I'm Vietnamese, full Vietnamese. Like I said, born and raised in Mississippi. It's as country as you think it is, but I love it. I love the people there. I'm a small talk type of guy. That's kind of how I met Garrett. That is my type of energy, where I just I like to just talk to people, say hi, and let's see, where do I begin?
Well, when did you come to Dallas?
When did I come to Dallas? Oh shit! Well, I moved to Dallas in 2012 after my first degree in college,
which was for
exercise science was my first degree. I graduated from USM, which is in Hattiesburg, in Mississippi, and that was exercise science in 2012. And then I decided to move out here in Dallas because they have a chiropractic school here, Parker. And so I decided to pursue chiropractic.
Okay. It's his first cigar, y'all.
My first cigar, by the way.
Popping his cherry.
These are fucking cool, man.
With an Atabay, by the way. So I mean, we're gonna create this bad habit right out the gate.
So is this like the creme de la creme?
Yeah, I mean, like you're in the private Atabay lounge here at ICC.
So I went out here, pursued chiropractic. I basically finished, I think it was my first year of chiropractic, if not second. And I got into the clinical portion of it, and I hate to say it, dude, chiropractic has some, I call it juju.
Yeah.
There's this shit that I was like, how the fuck did you cure that? And there was like no validity to it. And when I tell you the professors and the students just gave me the bullshit, I'm a no bullshit type of guy.
Yeah.
And they were handing me the bullshit. And I was like, that's some bullshit that everyone's agreeing with this bullshit. I'm fucking out of here. Like I straight up, one day I felt horrible because that's all that debt and shit. But I literally fucked off one day. And that's what got me into Dallas though. And out the fuck out of Mississippi, because Mississippi's a bubble. I'm gonna take this shot, by the way.
Go for
Cheers,
it.
Mate.
Cheers, man.
Disclaimer, by the way, before I get into that shit, I'm a recovered alcoholic. I have a 2 to 3 drink rule ish, so don't cancel me.
I mean, we've only got canceled like one time, like where we got shut off on here.
Fucking haters, man. That's all.
It happens, man. Like these algorithms and stuff. Like you never know what's gonna happen, and it's not the things you think you're going to get shut down for or where they'll drop the feed. It's like the dumbest things ever. Like I had a guy on my show that we talked about all kinds of stuff. He literally went on the show that's after mine here, former NFL player, and they asked him if he was a shit talker in the NFL. And he told a story about where a guy in college spit on him and he got to play against him in the Super Bowl. And he owned him. And he basically, all he did... Yeah. And I'm going to say this real lightly, is he called somebody trash.
That's it.
Literally called him trash.
God forbid.
Said it about 10 times, but that literally got them booted off, and that show disappeared for about, 48 hours?
Out of there.
Yeah, like it was gone.
I don't understand.
So like, it's really funny. Like, I mean, if you have all your settings set right, it technically shouldn't happen, but you never know what's going to set things off. But without further ado, I mean... So chiropractic school, not for you.
Yep.
Then you decided at some point to become a pediatric RN.
Okay, it's a little more complicated than that. So let's kind of swoop down that road. All right. So after chiropractic school, this is kind of when my weight really jumped at its highest. So after chiropractic school, I did like an odd jobs here and there. I tried personal training, ish, and then I did scribing at a hospital.
What got you into working out though? Cause I think if I understand correctly, you weren't like this super ripped, Asian kid in high school that was super ripped. And
I wasn't this jacked until my split. So this is going to be a long one.
That's fine. We got plenty of time.
I kind of practiced this on my Instagram until I took it down. So I'll take it back from the beginning. Growing up in Mississippi, I was like a young, bubbly, normal Asian. Well, I wouldn't call myself normal. I was this bubbly Asian, but then at age 12, I played a game called Diablo 2, man. And when I tell you that game was fucking fire, it was too fire. I played it, my soul out of that fucking game, and it got me sedentary, it got me fat. That was at the age of 12.
So, and you were how tall and what would you say?
So I stopped growing height at the age of 12. I've always been 5'5". I probably got up to 180 pounds there or something. At that age, that's pretty heavy though.
That's real heavy. I mean, I couldn't. I was 6 foot tall and couldn't break 120 pounds until I was in my 20s. So, yeah, 5'5" and being here, we'll get you. There you go.
All right.
So 5'5" being 185 pounds. That's pretty thick at that size.
So basically, and then I was basically a big fat nerd, which is fine. But at age 13 or 14, which is right in high school, I took a weight training class, and I decided to sign up for the cross country team because my best friend was a runner, and I just wanted to hang out with him. I literally was a fat ass Asian kid that was like, I want to hang out with my best friend,
who's a runner.
Let me just literally go hang out with the cross country team as a joke. But I ended up kind of liking it because after I got done running as a fucking joke, I was like, this is actually kind of cool. I feel pretty good about myself. Plus taking that weight training class, I slowly was like, this is actually really cool. I can run and work out and feel good about myself. That basically got me into bodybuilding. Back in my days, for you young guns, there wasn't Instagram, there wasn't Facebook. I was on these little bitch ass forums on the internet, just kind of scouring how to work out, how to do nutrition. Everything was I don't know how to put it, the dark web of forums.
Yeah.
Self-taught. Just kind of learned everything on my own there.
Trial and error in the gym.
Initially. So that's what my initial start into fitness was. And then around my senior year, I actually had exercise anorexia because I fixated on that shit, man. I actually dropped below 120 pounds. I have a few pictures, but not many. I don't even look like me. I think most people would have probably put their kid into a hospital or something, but Asian parents are don't get me wrong.
My kid's fine. There's nothing wrong with my kid.
Don't get me wrong. My mom was like, what the fuck? But I was just I got this, Mom. You know what I mean? I did the hard-headed shit where I didn't really want to deal with it. I just eventually was like, okay, this is not healthy. But it was bad at one point. You know what I mean? It was too light. I lost too much muscle and fucking, it was horrible, man. I looked like shit. I did not look good. And then obviously the first degree was in exercise science. So that kind of gave me just more, I guess, the science behind the knowledge I already had behind bodybuilding and shit and exercise.
So now you start getting a little bit of the diet and figuring out how to control what you were doing. You take some
nutrition classes in there. A lot of it's the physiology of the exercise, what you're exercising, why. Again, most of it was just learned in the gym, but it's more of the piece of paper too behind it.
Yeah.
So, okay, where do I go from there?
Well, let's talk about what got you back. So you got back into college. You got into college. You took all this nutrition, exercise stuff. Now you're coming back out of the anorexia of I forget what you called it. But you're getting back now. Now you're getting back to a healthy weight.
Yep.
And somewhere along in here, you plateau back down, and now you become...
In a nutshell, guys, my weight has yo-yoed my whole life. So right there, about senior year, I dropped weight. And then I gained some of my weight back healthily right before my first year of college. And I was pretty healthy there up until I met my ex, which was about age, I'd say about 21. That was my second year of college, and I kind of got comfortable in the relationship, and that's when my weight really started to go back the other way, when I reached my heaviest. So with my ex, when I moved to Dallas in 2012, that's when I was just like, I wasn't working out. I was going back into just like my old eating habits and blasting alcohol. And I actually stopped weighing myself at 280 pounds because no one wants to fucking look at the scale. Like, who the fuck?
But you went from 180 was big to 280.
Yeah, that's why I was like.
So you guys saw the picture I posted up. I mean, like, he openly shares, like, gave me a little confidence of my before and after for 8 weeks.
That photo right there is actually when I'm probably only like 220 pounds. That was a nursing school photo. I actually don't have a shirtless photo when I was like 280, just because who the fuck's
who's gonna take that?
I wish I did.
Yeah,
that's actually why I try to tell people just fucking take the photos because you're gonna regret it. I regret not taking photos.
That's what started me back on my weight journey was doing this podcast. Because as you'll see at the end of the show, I take a picture with every guest.
Okay, cool.
And we post that with the podcast when it goes on all the other platforms.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I started being next to all these athletes and all these other people that were not fat and all out of shape like me, and man, it started bothering me. And it was like, that was the drive again, seeing myself in photos. Then it's real. You're seeing a physical photo that you're like, wow, like that's because your mind will tell you different things. You look in the mirror, you'll justify stuff one way or another. It's not that bad or whatever.
Oh, it's true.
You start seeing the photos, and it's like, man, like, all right, got to make change here.
What's so fucked up is I still have body dysmorphia too, man. I know I look jacked, and this is the most jacked I've ever been in my life, but it just comes and goes, man. Like, I don't know. Plus, the internet is full of fucking trolls, man. Oh, I'm a troll too, but I'm not a negative troll. I'm a positive fucking troll. I try to like spread positivity through laughter and humor. I don't put fucking people down. I mean, like I said, I just started pushing like social media a few months ago after I started making videos. And you just get these people that just, God, man, hate. Like, I just call them haters. They just talk shit. I don't know. It's hurtful. And it's like, damn, dude, I don't know how people exist in this world like that. It's like, do you hate yourself that much to go on someone's page and just...
It's really sad.
Like, damn, bro. Like,
But, like, that's the way they justify their existence or their happiness or unhappiness.
Sorry, a little bit of a tangent there.
No, it's part of the experience. It's part of what you went through. I think that's good for some people to hear because, I mean, some people get bullied. Some people get harassed. Yeah. Some people get XYZ. And, I mean, it just shows that, you've gotten it through all the different stages, whether it was when you were at your biggest, your best. Yeah. It's still going to come.
So my weight... after chiropractic school, it really jumped up. Again, my heaviest, maybe around 280 pounds. Did the whole bullshit where I like played a bunch of fucking video games, blasted alcohol all day, didn't know what to fucking do with my life. But it wasn't until I had a fucking crazy mushroom trip with my best friend Scott. We decided to do shrooms together for the first time. And I fucking tripped out, and he tripped out. And everything was fine, because we were playing Tetris and shit. Everything was cool until I went to the bathroom. And I fucking tripped out in the bathroom. It got dark real quick. I don't fucking know what happened in the bathroom. All I know is it got dark. Basically, it was like a voice telling me, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, what the fuck? You're absolutely a fucking loser. Like, I became suicidal right there because I was just like, what the fuck? It was just an eye-opener. But it was dark, man. That was real dark.
Is this before or after the big breakup?
This was before. Okay. Yep. This was actually, I stayed with my ex actually through nursing school. My breakup with my ex, which I'll get into here in a little bit, was really recent. So that was 2017. Right before I pursued nursing. So I tripped out on mushrooms and I said, fuck it. I got to do something. I don't care what the fuck I do. I decided to just get a job at some little coffee shop. And then I had the prereqs from exercise science. A lot of them counted towards nursing school. So I only needed to take like bullshit classes like history 1 and 2 and fucking, just bullshit. But I needed to do it. That's all it was. I needed to fucking do it. I just wasn't doing it. So I worked at a fucking shitty ass coffee shop, which I fucking hate. And bam. And then I pushed towards nursing school and just straight up applied and got in and finished nursing school. I went through a accelerated.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome. That's a lot of work.
It was a 1.5 year accelerated program, more for people like me that's like not looking to bullshit. Like you need to get it out the way and get a job. So it was cool. And I finished it there. And so I finished nursing school in 2019-ish. I think around there. Yeah. And then I immediately just went into my master's because my ex convinced me. She's a nurse practitioner, so she basically convinced me, why the fuck, like, fuck being a nurse, because she did the grunt work, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, it's not worth it. Just go straight into school, just because. And I was like, yeah, I kind of agree. So, what is it? During nursing school, I would say, again, my weight yo-yoed. I kind of became a gym rat again in nursing school. And I got I would say I was in shape. Most people would look at me and be like, hey, man, you got nice arms. You have a good physique. I looked like a gym rat. But honestly, it wasn't until my split with my ex, I turned into fucking something else, man. I'm still something else in the gym right now. I don't know what the fuck I am. I really don't. You've seen me in the gym. I really try to explain it to people. I literally flip a switch now when I go to the fucking gym because I don't give a fuck anymore what people think. I think I didn't really give a fuck before, but now it's like times 10. It's like, I'm going to go get mine. You can do whatever the fuck you want because I'm going to go get mine because I have so much anger, pain, just all that.
So it's kind of turned into your therapy.
100 fucking %. Yeah. Because at one point I was just like dead inside.
Are you finding a healthy balance with that though? Like, do you think it's...
I think I am. It's kind of crazy you asked that. I think about 2 months ago, it kind of scared me. It's funny. I met you, I think, last month. You think I was insane there. I was probably twice as insane a month before that. I was so insane in the gym that because I had this rage, and I kept calling it a rage in my head because of the shit my ex did to me. It wasn't anger. It was pure rage. Like just fucking rage, and it scared me because I literally think I could have hurt somebody. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not. That's not me as a person. But there was times in the gym where I was getting so fucking amped up that like I was getting to that point, and I knew it, and I didn't like that about myself. But what's cool is kind of like how I met you in the gym. I had a few gym bros that was like, hey man, like they reached out to me and was like, we have this cool church group. Why don't you just come check us out? And I was like, dude, I make this joke, guys. I need some Jesus in my life. I went and saw some fucking Jesus. And you know what? It's been one of the best things that's ever been like happened to me. I've only been going for about 3 weeks, but
it's good, man.
As you can see, like it really has started to level me out.
I mean, because this gets stupid. I mean, like I used to joke about it. I was teasing the other Jonathan. Do you know Jonathan up there? Yeah. Every morning? Yeah. So Jonathan's one of my boys. I call him Zeus. And Zeus up there, he used to go so hard, and he used to get suspended. Like back when Naz and I were working out, like literally about every 3 months, he would get suspended, and then he'd have to go work out at McKinney or one of the other gyms for a while.
I was going down his route,
and he would literally get talked to because like he would get so in this zone, and he'd be doing some kind of circuit. And someone would pop on a machine when he's on the other side of the gym running back and forth like a madman. And then he would like absolutely blow up. Like I know he's gotten well. And it was funny. He was joking with the head guy at Lifetime just a couple weeks ago when I was in there. And he was like, I think I should get, I forget what he said before, but he was like, I feel like I should be nominated for like Employee of the Month. I was like, shit, bro. I've been here for like 5 weeks now. I'm just happy to see you haven't been suspended again yet. God. And then it's like 2 days later, you're talking to me and it's like, they just came and talked to me because of the facial expressions I make. Like, that's how petty a gym can be, that if someone's in their own zone doing their thing, you make the wrong facial expressions and then people start doing it. I mean, like, granted, I was judging you off of them the first few weeks I was there. I was like,
I'm going to show you guys.
Yeah.
Can they see this? All right. When I'm working out, guys, I literally will do this, but it's intense. Like, I'm in a fucking zone. So when I like get done doing push-ups, my veins are popping out and shit, and I'll just do that. I'll just grip, because it's my emotion. I'm a very animated facial expression person already. Again, multiply that times my like scoop and a half of high stem pre-workout.
Yeah.
I'm in la la land, dude.
I think you might be one of those people that you don't need pre-workout, bro.
Probably don't, but it's fun as fuck.
I'm going to throw that out there. It might be jacking with your blood pressure or something. 100,
it probably is. But again, it's my therapy. I want to say I'm getting better. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you're flexing, posing.
I am, man.
Dancing. I mean, this dude dances while he's working out like nobody's in the room.
Yeah.
Like, legit, no one is in the room.
Yeah.
He does his own thing. I mean, it's kind of motivating, too. I mean, for me personally, I'm just like, man, I think I don't give a fuck about what people think about me.
I actually think...
But he really does not.
But this dude, like, legit does not.
When I'm in my modes, I would say, right? When I'm in my fucking modes, I literally do not give a fuck. Yeah. I really don't.
So I think I need to go ahead. I've been going to the gym off and on for the last 4 months, chasing what I used to look like, because we all have the stories, was fat and then got in shape. But the problem is I'm by myself. Now, I do work out with Brandon, one of the guys here in the gym, but he does these kettlebell things that I cannot do. And I had a crew with me that we would just old school push iron, and it worked. But when you're working with a crowd of motivated cats with a little bit of competition, I should say, between us.
That's a good point.
That really pushes me. So I'm like, shit, do I got to drive all the way at 5 a.m. to hang out with you guys to get what I need to get done? I would
say Lifetime, Plano. I know it's a little more frou-frou and it's a little like a life club or whatever. But
Isn't it like
at the end
a
of the
car
fucking
payment?
day, it's a gym, dude. And I really feel like people need to fucking push. Like, if you want to get a good physique in the fucking gym, you just gotta push. You cannot sit there and work. I call it coasting, where you just get in there and you just do your little fucking...
Well, and I wasn't sure if you were one of those dudes either at first. Like, when the very first time you were having trouble with your phone and your little setup you were doing, I was like, is this dude really gonna like be over here hogging this bench? Like a jack dude that's like over here playing on his phone. I'm like, I came to lift weights. Like, I'm not over here to like play on my phone. This is interesting to hear. Like, and it's funny because you see people that there are those groups of people like they spend more time sitting there jacking on their phone. And honestly, that's one of the things that frustrates me with the whiskey weight loss program I'm on with my buddy Alex.
Yeah.
He sends you this stuff in an app. So like when I was first learning the workouts, until I knew the routine,
you were looking at your phone.
I had to look at my phone, and man, it drove me nuts because I'm turn the music on, put it away, and let's go. Like, I don't, just taking selfies, and I mean, there's certain mirrors and corners that you see people, man, they are over there flexing and doing this and that, and I'm just like,
I think that's where some of my hate comes from, where people see me, because I guess I'm pushing social media, doing the whole fitness bullshit. You have to take selfies, you have to do the bullshit. But guys, when I tell you I'm moving at the speed of fucking light in the gym, am I not fucking moving?
He's not lying. Like, I literally, it's like Flash in the gym over here.
I just get shit done because I'm a full-time fucking nurse and I got a job to do. So I'm like, I'm working out harder than everyone in the gym. B, I'm meeting people like Garrett in between. And C, I'm taking selfies, videos, and like I could just do everything at once. Probably because I'm fucking crazy and that high stem pre-workout. That's why I do it. Because I could just get everything done, and I'm fucking nuts, and it's the truth though, and it's made social media easy because I was coasting up, man. Like I literally was talking about it. Before my Instagram got locked, I had like 300 followers in like a week, man. I feel like that's a lot.
Yeah, no, that's excellent, man. I mean,
shit, dude.
You'll have to check out the episode we did last week with Alicia. She's a influencer, and she's got the Instagram
social media 101.
Yeah, she gave the 101 last week, so like, you probably get some good pointers off there. But
that's dope.
I mean, I think that's awesome, man. I mean, at least you found a healthy outlet to let that stuff out in. You know, I mean, a lot of people can choose a lot of different things. You know, alcohol, drugs, whatever. I mean, at least you chose the gym. I mean, I know you had your struggles with it, and you went and got the proper help to recognize that, find ways to cope and deal with it. Yeah. But I mean, I think you'll find that happy medium in the gym, because I mean, it sounds to me like the gym is your like therapy house. I know you talked about that with me a little bit, because in the Asian culture, which I know a lot of my Asian friends are going to relate to on here, especially my Vietnamese friends. I know you're going to be chiming in on this, but I mean, your parents and stuff there's not a healthy atmosphere of talking about problems and getting help for problems.
No, you're right. That's another reason I'm pretty open about taking therapy. I've been taking therapy or going to therapy since my split. So my split of a 15-year relationship happened about 6 months ago now, maybe 5 or whatever. So it's still pretty fresh. But when I started, I only started making videos about 3 months 3 months ago? Exactly 3 months ago. I actually looked it up. January 11th or some shit. That was my first video. Somebody at the gym that I met, because I was just meeting people like I met you. And he's like, motherfucker, you need to make videos. And I was just like, because at that time, I was just taking selfies with people. Yeah. I just literally was just gravitating towards, like, I just like meeting people. You want a selfie? And then he's like, dude, have you ever tried making videos? And I'm like, not really. It's really weird. Like, he's like, just make a couple. Do 2 videos. He challenged. He's like, hey, dude, go make 2 videos. And that weekend, I did the weird shit. It was so fucking weird. It's actually still in my Instagram highlights. I'm in the quiet-ass gym on, like, a Sunday morning at 5 a.m., and I'm like, hey, guys, I'm videoing myself. It is so fucking weird. And then now I'm, like, half naked on the fucking internet. I don't give a fuck now. It got me to just, like, be cool with videoing, because videoing is very weird at first. And then it's just like, who gives a fuck?
Well, it's like people forget about it. Like, it's easy when people get in here too, because like they forget camera over there.
Yeah,
because we're just
helps because it's fucking dark.
Yeah,
though.
we're sitting here having a conversation, and like people can forget about that. But when you're intentionally trying to make a video, see, I think I would have a harder time with that, like doing something like that, because I would be very self-conscious of it. Like, did I get that right? Did I? I wouldn't go live. I would be like, I would have to do it and post it after the fact. Like, couldn't just go live from the gym. Like, I would never do that. But like, I could see we're doing the video.
I think
whatever.
that's why.
But it's educational too, because like you said, there are still kids that would rather learn stuff about the gym or workouts, or they see how you look, and like they see the before and after, and they want to know how you did that. Yeah. So seeing that and not having to just try, because there's all these fad diets and and supplement galore of take this and it's going to make you, absolutely ripped in 90 days. And anybody that's spent any time in the gym knows that's complete bullshit. Like, you can't outwork.
It's sad, but they don't. That's why I want to elaborate on that shit, motherfuckers. Yeah. Guys, fad diets, fad workouts, like your most workout programs that people buy from Instagram, they're just bullshit. You cannot just seep into the bullshit. I always say, keep it simple. Keep your diet simple. Eat a balanced diet. Eat less. Move more. That's it.
Yeah, it's calories in, calories out.
But people always want to go towards like fucking keto and all this shit. I'm like, unless you're an experienced person that knows how to diet, why the fuck would you hop on keto? You ain't gonna do it right.
Well, and even if you do it right, it's not long term.
Exactly.
You can't maintain that for an extended period of time.
What you see mostly is when people do see results, they get laxed. Oh, good. I'm here.
And then they what happens when you hit your fucking goal? And you can't continue to do that. You have no idea how to do it. You fall off the bandwagon.
The only reason I got back to where I was is because I had an injury. And that injury sidelined me for like a year and a half, and I've been chasing it ever since. But I know what to do. You know what to do. It's a mindset. And that's kind of about when you first told me about John. It's your mindset. You go in there, razor focus. Think about it. An hour out of your life every day can change the rest of your life forever. It's just an hour.
Yeah.
Some people go 2 and 3 hours. I don't do all that shit.
It's crazy enough to do that, right?
Yeah, that's just, then you get into the point where your body's like, I can't do shit else. I can't grow. I can't do nothing because I'm hurting.
Well,
Be
and
purposeful.
It's finding that balance too. There's lots of little things people need to learn when it comes to taking care of your health. And there's a lot of different things. Like, I'm going to talk about a couple of things. So first and foremost, I had a big scare right before COVID. So I was working out with Naz, hardcore. I'd been 2 years in the gym. I was floating right around 205. I was in great shape. Was I at my goal? No. I really wanted to be somewhere between 185 and 195 in this like perfect world of the image I had that I wanted. And I wasn't quite there yet. But unbeknownst to me, we did back and shoulders one day. I pulled my lats, both of them.
Oh, shit.
Didn't realize that I had done it. Well, next day I go in, hammer out chest. Well, I then, because of the strain on my lats, ended up straining my diaphragm and my intercostals. So it was literally pulling me from both sides. And my dad had his first heart attack when I was 14 and died when I was 24. So the next morning when I woke up, when I would go to get up or move and here, it would catch me. And those muscles would lock up and start spasming, and it would pull me from both sides, front and back. So it was exactly how my dad had described how his heart attack felt. So I then started having a panic attack driving myself to the hospital from work because I thought I was having a heart attack. End up finding out, what I just told you. I strained all these things. They did all these tests. I was in the hospital for 3 days. Took me months to recover fully from the injuries. And then COVID happened, and I did not get back in the gym for almost 3 years. So that can happen. I also had a scare shortly during COVID where my blood pressure skyrocketed to like stroke levels. But I had done like everybody else. I'm feeling tired and fatigued. Instead of realizing, hey, you're turning into a fat ass, you're not being as active as you used to be. Get your health in check, get your diet in check. Instead, I listened to all these commercials that said, if you're a 40-year-old male and, you might have low T, you should go to the men's clinic. Well, sure, went. Had buddies doing it, and they were all saying, it's so great. I go once a week, get this little shot, and for a little while, I felt a little bit better. And
I need to get into that too, because I did that too.
Till I had a blood pressure scare and had to go see a heart specialist. And now I'm on cholesterol medicine to blood pressure medicines. And she literally told me, tell all your friends and yourself, if you keep taking testosterone, you will be on my table in a year or two, either getting a valve replacement or getting a bypass. She's like, your body naturally declines in testosterone as you age for a reason. You don't need to have the testosterone of an 18-year-old. It's not healthy for you.
It was fun while it lasted, though.
I mean, a little bit, but really was the balance there? Really was I getting what I wanted? No, because I wasn't even working out.
Oh, shit.
So, I wasn't getting any benefit out of taking this. So, I mean, throw that out there. I mean, a lot of people try these diets. I mean, the program I'm on now is working for me because it teaches you how to do with your life, and it's kind of like the 90-10 rule. If 90% of the time I'm in my caloric zone and whatnot, then 10% of the time when life happens and I'm having drinks on my show or I go out with my wife and some friends on a Friday night, well, guess what? Okay, so I didn't stay at 1,800 calories a day. I had 2,700 calories. Well, guess what? It's not plateauing me or peaking me because for the other 90% of the week, I was right on line and on target.
I like that because I kind of abide by it. Similar, there's no way to be perfect, and unless you're trying to step on stage, right? Then you probably should give a fuck that you're not doing better than 90-10. But most of us, we're just
most of you not. You're trying to find ways to keep balance in your life, get healthier, lose some weight, and get to where you're proud or happy with your body the way you want it to be.
Agreed.
So the same thing with a lot of these diets. I turned down Alex's program the first time and paid 3 times as much money and did another program you hear about on the radio all the time, sponsored by the Mavericks, the Cowboys. This is their preferred weight loss. Well, with that program, they put you in such a calorie deficit that, if you do it and you can do it for however long, mine was a 3-month program. And I lost 4 to 7 pounds a week, but I was eating 1,200 calories max a day.
Shit.
They didn't want me working out. They wanted me walking about 45 minutes to an hour a day, but nothing more than walking because it would have your metabolism going too much. And then you're going to overeat or eat stuff you shouldn't because you need that extra energy. So
that's fucking crazy.
You can't do that. I recommend that stuff for people that are trying to have a surgery or for certain health reasons need to lose some weight like that quickly. But if not, if you're trying to find a long-term solution with a long-term maintenance plan, you need to know how to incorporate that into your everyday life.
I agree with that. I mean, really like that.
You're going to have to eat out at times. You're not going to meal prep every day and have every meal right there, perfect calories. You have kids, friends, social events. Yeah. Like, stuff is going to happen.
What I want to say is most people just don't want to put in the work. When I tell people, even today, so I was on my nursing shift today, and at school, some people were like, "Oh, why aren't you in scrubs?" I had some like regular clothes on. You know, I was giving some ladies some heart attacks at school. You know, I had some old lady like, "I didn't notice you had arms before." I actually like to cover up at work because I ain't trying to give all the ladies heart attacks. But I decided to give them heart attacks today.
Just follow his Instagram or his Facebook if you want that on the regular.
Have some fun with my Instagram, guys. I'm a troll and I'm half naked half the time. That's just my personality. But I do not like bringing that shit into my professional setting. I'm a full-time nurse. But today, you know, I was showing a little bit of, like, it's just a T-shirt. I had some lady, you know, come feel up on my arms at school and stuff. She was a teacher. It was fun. But long story short, guys, they always ask me the same thing. How'd you do it? How did you do it? Because I show them my pictures. They actually never believe. No, most people don't believe.
Yeah, if y'all haven't seen this, go to the page and look at this. Like, it's
what is his Instagram?
Transformation.
Jonathan_Koo, the one with the check on it.
And it's CU.
Yeah, CU. Jonathan_CU, and it's the one with the. I need to delete the other fucking one. It's my other account. That one keeps popping up. I actually got verified, and that'll be cool, so I don't get hacked and shit. But again, my Instagram is locked right now, so I have not been posting. But I will, hopefully, in a couple of days.
Or check his Facebook. You know, you can go find it there,
I can add me on Facebook, too. I'm open. So, again, I just started pushing shit. I'm half naked everywhere now. People are starting to catch wind of it. But, yeah, most people don't believe me because they look at me, they look at my physique and go, there's no fucking way. And then I just show them the pictures. I have a very unique smile, face, and personality. And they go, holy
you can
shit,
see it. I mean, you got to look at the face, and you're just like,
I don't even think I've showed you. I showed the picture today, the guy in the bus. The guy was like, he was like, I literally thought you were bullshitting. He said, in the back of my head, I was like, this motherfucker is bullshitting me.
Yeah.
Until I pulled out the picture, and he goes, I literally proved him wrong, man.
Well, I had to look at your Instagram the day when I talked to you in the gym, and you were like, I've lost like 150 pounds-ish.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I was like, dude, what? And you're like, yeah, man, I literally did that. And like, that's an amazing transformation, like for anybody to be able to like see that, set that goal and then achieve it. And then want to start sharing it with others, you know, cause you get in there with some of these guys and they're either taking juice or they tell you they're not, or they don't even want to share.
But it's me, dude.
Definitely you. Definitely
cannot. The guy looked at the photo the whole time. He was like, motherfucker. And I'm like, what, dude? It's fucking me, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you look like the nerdy, mad, fat scientist. Like,
exactly. But it's me.
You know,
it's
in a lab coat.
Yeah. I think I've just done a good job of like, I still have problems with like my loose skin or whatever. But I had the abdominal surgery because I had a lot of loose skin on my abdomen. That was the main one. But I still have loose skin around my fucking chest, like lower back and shit that I deal with. And again, it's enough to bother me every now and then. But for the most part, I actually do like my physique because, I don't know, I'm fucking jacked right now. This is the best shape I've ever been in because I've never worked out like this, man. I just haven't. Not even fucking close. I was always a gym rat off and on, and at one point I'd be like, again, most people would be like, oh, guys, works out, right?
So what kind of program do you try to follow? Like, tell people a little bit of what you do. I mean, like, because we've had some other athletes on that have talked about what they've maintained their workouts. We've had Alex on. He's coming on again next week. Yeah. Tell people a little bit about what you do because, you know, there's a lot of people that are curious. They, you know, they read Men's Fitness or whatever health magazine or whatever.
Have a lot of people that ask on the internet.
You know, some people they break it down into body parts on certain days. Yeah. Some people do full body all the time. Some people do cardio on certain days. I mean, what does take us through your week of working out and what that looks like?
All right, this is going to be a little insane, but
aside
I'm
from
insane.
The dancing.
First off, I'll go through my nutrition real quick. It's real simple, guys. My nutrition, I do intermittent fasting. So I have like an 8-hour window where I eat-ish, and I eat about 3,000 calories. I'm not crazy strict on it. Like if I feel like eating another meal because I feel like shit or I feel like I need to load up, I'll eat another meal. But I eat about 3,000 calories, do intermittent fasting. I do like a 12 to 8 type deal because it works perfectly with my nursing shift. I have lunchtime, and then I eat another meal at work, and then I get off work, and then I go home and I eat. Bam, done. It's like,
so you don't take anything like to eat before or after working out because you work out early in the morning.
But I eat such a big meal. I've noticed for me personally, I eat so much before I go to bed and I work out first thing in the morning. It's kind of like I'm not hungry in the mornings.
Yeah, you're loaded up.
I'm already. If anything, I think my GI motility is maybe like less than normal because again, I'm not hungry. If I was like super hungry, I couldn't do this shit. But I'm not in the morning. So it just really worked out for me personally. So that's my nutrition. Training wise, I basically do, I do push pull, but I have to admit I do not currently have a leg day. But I'm going to preface that shit right now. I have a congenital issue, a severe spinal stenosis of like L4 or L5. I had like an MRI done and everything.
Yeah.
I did the whole like NSAID shots, had a doctor like try different things, tried some PT. Nothing worked except for me stop doing my fucking leg day.
So basically, does your L4 push into your sciatic? Or what does it do? Because that's my injury.
Stenosis is a narrowing of the spinal column.
It narrows.
I have a hole and I have a severe fucking stenosis of it for some reason.
Oh, so stenosis was such a big word for me. That's why I had to clarify.
Stenosis is literally, so this is a fucking hole, and then the hole is, for some reason, and it's squeezing on that nerve. And unless someone goes in there and makes that hole bigger, which you typically gonna fuck shit up when you do that, I decided to stop doing leg day for a bit, and guess what? My pain fucking went away, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm not going to do leg day anymore. I mean, just be honest, that pain, I'm pretty good with pain tolerance. And when I tell you I was miserable.
Well, you can find ways of doing stairs or something like that that keeps it light, where you can keep your legs in shape without like going in there and squatting and 500 pounds
so
and all that stuff.
That's good that you brought that up. So I do push-pull right now, basically rotation, but I always do one leg exercise. That's my rule. Like I'll do 3 or 4 sets of squats to start my workout. Nothing crazy heavy, but enough for me to be like, I do legs.
Yeah.
Plus I do about 10 to 15 minutes of Stairmaster.
Well, Naz could kill you with your body weight doing legs. I mean, he's done it to me. I mean, I'll tell you too, one of the most embarrassing, you're going to love this story. So when I first started working out, like my upper body is probably the weaker part. Like arms, arms and back I can do, but chest and or pull-ups.
I suck at pull-ups.
Like I suck at pull-ups.
I need to bring that up too.
I haven't been good at pull-ups since I was like in my early 20s. Like when I was 120 pounds stuff, pull-ups were easy. I'm just now 220. I was 241 8 weeks ago. So 220, I cannot do a bunch of pull-ups with 220 pounds. Yeah. When I was working out with Naz, even at 205, it was hard. And if for those of you who don't know Naz is like 6'3", former IFBB pro.
Monster, man.
He's jacked, he's huge, and he was my trainer and then became my workout buddy. Well, one day we start doing chest, and he's like, all right, well, we're going to go finish this off. We walk over to the pull-up bar. The one that's like on the back wall behind, like free weights are here, and it's on the back, like over here with the like cables and the rows and the pull downs and everything. So we grabbed those bars, and he's like, all right, I think he said 3 sets of 20 or something like that. And I was like, bro, you're kidding, right? Like, I don't know if I can,
like, what the fuck? Nah,
I don't think I can do 10.
Yeah.
Like, total. And he's like, no, we're going to stay here until you do them. Like, I don't care if you knock them out in 2s, 3s, whatever. And, man, so I get up there, I start doing them.
Was that the day you pulled your lats, man?
No. This is worse. This was early on. I almost quit going to the gym over this.
Goddamn,
so
bro.
All the 5 a.m. crews there, we're doing this. And, man, I hit about 8, and I'm just hanging on the bar. Naz comes behind me, grabs my feet, and just starts lifting me up like this. And I'm like, I've never been more mortified, humiliated in the gym ever in my life. And I see like Jonathan and all of them like watching me, and I'm like, this is terrible. Shit. I just dropped. I was like, bro, we ain't doing it anymore. I'm done. And that's never happening again.
Your pride was on the line.
Oh, man. Like, my pride was shot.
That's how I feel with, like, ass workouts, man. Just being honest. Like, I have no ass, and I feel like I need to do ass workouts. I just can't. My pride just won't let me do them comfortably. You know what I mean? Just all of it. I just can't.
That's funny.
Yeah. I can't do it, man.
That's coming from the guy that dances like a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm just telling you.
You're right, dude. Guys, when I say I'm fucking crazy in the gym, there's some certain things I'm still not comfortable with. And if for some reason it's them booty workouts, man. I'm still a dude at the end of the day. I think it's because my childish personality gets elevated at the gym. Guys, I'm like a kid, a big fucking jokester. I like dancing, and I like, so kind of when I'm listening to music, I like to, you asked how my workouts are. I like to keep a very high heart rate. When I say very high, my heart's probably about to fucking explode because I'm literally.
I'm saying you're like 180s, 190s for sure.
Yeah, and how I do it is I am always blasting either push-ups or I'm dancing or I'm doing I call them spinnies. I literally do spins in the gym and I get dizzy, but the point is I'm moving. I'm just fucking insane where I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Because most people would just do some kind of like shimmy. I'm literally fucking hopping and just shimmying and boogieing and headbanging. I listen to a lot of metal and hard shit, but like I always say,
my next question: what is actually playing in those headphones?
My favorite fucking band, dude, is Bad Omens, bro. I a lot of metal,
Bad Omens,
Slipknot. So Bad Omens, Slipknot are like my two go-tos for getting amped up. But once I get in I call it a pump, right? You get in this, like, once I get in my fucking zone, sometimes I actually like to listen to, like, rhythmic, no lyrics, just something that's like, like, and it's going so fast because my mind is, I always try to explain what's going on in my head through my stories. My mind is just blasting, and sometimes I can't hold it steady. So I literally need something that's just, like, got a tempo, but it has to be really fast and really just like noise, because it actually kind of, I have really bad ADHD. So I don't like when I see people talking. I don't like hearing people work out because it throws me off my rhythm. That's actually why I'm blasting shit in my head and just getting mine, because if I look at other fucking people, or like, I hate to call people out, but it's the truth, like talking, like a lot of the older guys in our gym, dude, just fucking talk the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's actually like, it actually distracts me.
Yeah.
Because they actually come up to me and talk to me, and I'm just like, dude, you're cool, but like I'm trying to like go get mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually have to avoid
I'll
some
talk
of the
to
older
you on the way, like down.
I actually actively have to avoid some of the older guys at our gym because I know they're going to be like, it's cool to say high fist. Usually it's high fist bump, go.
Yeah.
But they'll high fist bump like, how's your Tuesday going? What do you got planned on Friday? And I'm like, this is not how this is gonna go.
yeah. We gotta get past the pleasantries.
Yeah, so that's the shit I listen to. A lot of Bad Omens is my go-to right now, but Slipknot is my classic. A lot of metal, a lot of rock, a lot of hard shit, man.
Do you how much cardio do you mix in during the week aside from the like keeping your heart rate up and like jamming? Because I see you kind of do what I do a little bit. Mm-hmm. You go hit the stairs or the treadmill for 5-10 minutes just to get going. And then you're over.
So after my split, guys, I will have to say my followers know. I've told them I struggle with overtraining. I have yet to take a day off of the gym for the last probably like 2 or 3 months, like straight up. But how I survive it, even though my body is somewhat broken, I warm up and a lot. And whether it be I'm already warming up at home because I do my little dances for my followers on my Instagram stories. And then I fucking go to the gym, and I always do about 10 to 15 minutes of the Stairmaster. That is actually for the warming up. I'm like moving. I'm like, because my right shoulder has been bothering me, so I really make sure I'm just moving it. And that warm up is what's going to prevent you from getting the injury, really. I mean, you just got to warm it the fuck up, really. And so that's been my thing. About 10 to 15 minutes of the Stairmaster really gets me warm, and then I'll continue to get warm at the set. Like I'll go there and just pump out the dancing. And see, you gotta understand, all of it's like for a purpose too. When I'm dancing, I'm kind of thinking about what muscles hurt and what joints hurt, and kind of just like getting it warm. The push-ups are very like...
That makes a lot of sense because you can't explain some of these moves that you do.
Nope. Because it's a matter of like, guess what? I'm dancing, but I'm also...
That shit ain't even on TikTok.
No,
I mean, you'd probably be viral if you were on TikTok.
I was TikTok before TikTok was fucking TikTok, man. I'm 34 years old, guys. I'm not old, but I'm not young. Like, I'm not TikTok. That's why I think I'm good for Instagram.
Easy, you're in here with some old guys, man. I mean, come on.
Well, most people that meet me see my energy level, and plus the Asian no raisin face, they think I'm like TikTok age, which I think is kind of like, what, early 20s now? That's like TikTok.
I don't know. I don't TikTok.
Well, that's the reason why you're not early 20s, but neither am I. I actually, most people that saw me pushing social media, like, hey, you got to get on TikTok. I like tapped into TikTok, but it just started slowing me down. I don't know.
That shit is work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
That's work, man.
Well, so, I mean, anything can be work, but when I tell you, ever since my split, I just go with the flow. Anything that's natural to me, I do it. So right now, I naturally gravitated towards posting up on Instagram and Facebook stories because it's not work. I literally can do it on autopilot. I just film myself for a minute, put in my stories, and eventually I'll take some of those stories, make it into a reel or a post, and it's on autopilot. But once I started trying to put it in TikTok too, like, it's like what you said, it made it work. It made it like, it was like, I had to think about it too much, and you know, all the bullshit started coming in where I was just like, all right, fuck that. So my rule right now, before my shit went down, was I would post up like 1 or 2 videos that I put up on Instagram on the TikTok, just to have it on there. Because I know traction is traction regardless.
Right.
I didn't want to ignore it, because I actually had a couple people come up to me. He's like, oh, I noticed you from TikTok. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it. But I think I want to concentrate on Instagram and Facebook just because it just seems more my speed, and I can do it on autopilot. So that's just what I've been doing lately. And fuck TikTok, bro. I'm too old for that shit. Ish. Like, I think it's funny, man. See, Biz, you don't know. Lately, I actually found my little magnet dangle earring, and I wear that shit to the gym now. But actually, I look good in that shit, bro.
It's the
I call it the
George
earring.
Michael, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Well, that shit's in now with the kids.
It's the George Michael,
But,
man.
hey,
I mean,
my
big
backstory,
dangling.
I'm from fucking Mississippi. Conservative ass state, dude.
What part of Mississippi?
Biloxi, Gulfport.
Okay. So I got to go do a wedding in something I've never heard of, Mississippi, and it's called Indianola.
I don't know if I can.
It's like 2 hours from Memphis.
Don't cancel me. I don't fucking know.
Or 2 hours from Jackson. In the middle of that. And I just,
regardless,
everybody just told me make sure I have at least 2 pistols and keep it moving. Stop as briefly as possible.
Yeah, all right. But honestly, it's super conservative. You do get a bunch of racist ass fucking people there. Yeah. You do. I would say more than other places. You do. And it's super conservative. It's not much back there. They just got an Apple store in Jackson.
Damn.
That's it. Like, they have like one Apple store in the capital of Mississippi. That's it. I'm pretty sure.
Did Coach Prime bring that too?
I'm just saying. Think about that.
Probably.
Like, most people don't get that. Like, oh, we need to go to an Apple store. Like, if you're in Mississippi, like, you can't go to one unless you're in like fucking Jackson, Mississippi. Damn. I could be wrong.
Everything is Amazoned in.
I'm just saying, man, that they're just so behind. I'm pretty sure Kmart still exists in Mississippi. You know what fuck Kmart is?
Yeah. See, I'm from Nebraska.
I'm pretty sure they still have Piggly Wiggly,
we have
too.
Kmart, but I mean, we ain't that far behind in times up in
They got
Nebraska.
Piggly Wiggly, too, I bet still.
A Piggly Wiggly.
Fucking Piggly Wiggly. God damn. That's like the Kmart of grocery stores for New Orleans, right?
I mean, it's
right?
Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly, baby.
So, did school take you out of, what took you out of Mississippi?
The chiropractic school in 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
All right. So, would you go back?
To chiropractic school?
Nah, to Mississippi.
Oh, fuck no.
Yes, that's how I feel about
no offense
home.
to Mississippi, but
Does your family still live there?
I'm out here by myself. Yeah. First of all, I love it in Dallas.
Have your parents visited out here in Dallas?
My mom did for my graduation recently.
Did she like it, or did she wanted to go back home?
She did. She liked it.
My mom said, F that. I'm here. My mom moved here. Mom, dad, everybody.
I
whole
tried
family.
to convince my parents, like, hey, you need to get the fuck out of Mississippi, but I didn't also want them to, like, my parents are a lot, too. I'm just being
understood.
honest. Hey, Mom, Dad, don't cancel me. I love you guys.
Understood.
Growing up, I've learned that, they're just, they're a lot. That's all. And I'm going through some shit, obviously. They know I'm doing my thing right now.
Well, being 34 and I'm 51, I mean, I kind of remember that because it's a trend. You go through so many stages of life of transition. And I think especially being men, because women say, oh, women mature faster than men. But I don't think people understand as men that we have different points in our lives where you're making decisions, you're reeling from major emotional things with relationships, all that. And you'll go back and say, man, I remember in my teens, or I remember in my 20s. Now you got shit to say you can went through in your 30s, when you're 40. It's just always about that journey, kind of what we're about on the podcast. It's when you kind of look back at it from where you were to where you are and what you used to get there.
My life literally has been so insane since my split. Because I'm a repeater, guys. I always have to repeat things 3,000 times. I only started making videos like 3 months ago. And when I tell you my life just changed. Everything. Like my physique, my workouts, like just meeting people, like just you
started putting yourself out there.
Even my career, bro. Like, but it's crazy. Even my career. The moment I started making videos, I got fired for posting social media at my current nursing job. Like fired.
Wait a minute. And I'm like, it's your current nursing job.
No,
you got the job.
That was my previous. I immediately found another job because I ain't no shit, motherfucker.
You do what you do.
Because I call myself, in gamers terms, a pumper. I'm a good fucking player. When I got fired, I was like, really? Like, don't get me wrong, it fucking pissed me off. But I was like, you lost someone. You lost a good player, you fucking idiots, you know? And I found a job within like a week. It's just a matter of like they handled it very unprofessionally. I'm just going to call the motherfuckers out. They fired me for some social media violations. I would never post up anything in violation of social media. And even if I did, I was loyal to that company for a few years and to that family because I work in pediatric home health. I was very good with the family. And I always made sure, hey, can I post this up? I would always ask the family, is it okay if I post this with your child? Because I take care of children. I was very close with the family, and they always approved of it. I hate to call out my ex, but I'm pretty sure my ex got me fired, so I think that's what happened.
It's all right. Life moves on.
It is what it is.
We'll leave it
at that. It's a new place.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Got you into a new place.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, I'm actually really happy at my current job. Kiddo's real cool, man. I developed a really, really good relationship with him, and I get to go to school with him every day and play with kids and get paid for it. That's fucking cool.
That's pretty awesome.
And I'm like a kid myself, so
yeah. So how did you break the mold? Because I think this is important for people to hear too, because I know in the Asian community, as well as a lot of other communities, talking about mental health and getting therapy and stuff like that is pretty taboo.
Yep.
So
let me get into that.
What finally got you to say, all right, I can't do this on my own. I need some help. And how did you break that mold, man? And how has that affected you now? And how do you feel that that's helping you?
What's crazy is like, it wasn't like a insane step to know that I needed therapy, because when my ex did that, the way she broke up with me and then I'm not even going to get into the personal shit, but I'm just going to say a lot of hurtful things was done to me by the person I love or loved. I didn't think it was possible that someone could do malicious acts towards me. I just didn't see it coming, if that makes sense. And that made it so much fucking worse.
Understood.
Because people would be like, goddamn, neither did we. A lot of people just didn't see it coming. But once it happened and how broken I was, I kind of already knew that, like, I need help. Like, there's no, like, I consider myself a very emotionally strong person. I'm just very level-headed. I'm very, like, but when I tell you I was broken, I was fucking broken. I dropped under, like, 140 pounds. Again, the split happened about 5 months ago. I would say the first 2 months, I weighed like maybe 135, 140 pounds. My eyes were like sunken in. I was like, the whole crying every day. I was fucked. So I knew I needed help. And I literally just Googled therapy, help, like, and I picked like an Asian therapist because I figured maybe she would know about Asian family dynamics.
Yeah.
And I met with her. And my first fucking session was me just sitting there shaking on a fucking couch because I literally didn't know where to start because it was all happening so fast. Like all the bullshit, the breakup. Like, again, I don't want to get into it. I'm not trying to blast my ex, guys, but some fucked up shit happened or I didn't think it was going to happen. And it fucked me. And I didn't know where to start. But after about 2 or 3 sessions, I could see how helpful it was because it just gives you a completely different perspective on someone who doesn't fucking know you. And again, in the Asian world, it's very taboo to think, you don't fucking need that shit. When I tell you, you fucking need that, you need therapy. I think everyone needs therapy. And I think it's a blessing that I can afford it. And I'm grateful for it. But when I tell you, people should not blow it off, guys. Like, again, I probably can convince everyone they need therapy. It's probably true. And it needs to be less taboo is all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, be cool about being like, the first thing I learned in therapy was as a man was to be like, to be able to say I'm sad or I'm depressed because your default emotion as a human is anger.
I'm fine.
Well, anger.
Mad.
It's anger because think about it. I always use the example when you're a kid and it's nap time and you get fucking angry for what? Because they don't know how to deal with that emotion. They're tired and they're like, what the fuck is that? And they get angry. You ever think about that with a kid?
No,
it's a childish emotion. That's what my therapist taught me. It's a childish emotion because you actually are not mature. You're not emotionally mature. So at that time when I met my therapist, that's the only thing I knew was like anger. And especially with guys, it's pretty true, right?
Yeah.
You get angry at fucking, oh, that's a cookie. Oh, it's fucking cookie. No, dude, you can be sad too, bro. Like, and you need to be okay with voicing it and like talking about it. I just think a lot of guys, including myself, I was raised by a typical Asian father. Be a man, you gotta take care of your shit. You can't show emotions. Like, you gotta fucking take care of your shit. You gotta take care of your shit. But it's fucking okay to say you're sad or depressed.
Yeah,
it's okay to show vulnerability. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you what I learned is if you fucking mask it, and you do that bullshit where you just have the anger, it's going to come out regardless in unhealthy ways. That's kind of why I went into alcoholism, because it let me release those emotions in a bad way. My body was actually kind of like yearning for it. And I was just like, I was taking like 10, 12 shots of Tito's was my thing every night. And I convinced myself I wasn't an alcoholic because I was going to school and work at the same time, full time. 100% I was an alcoholic. It fucking sucked. But no, I went to AA and the whole 9 yards after my split. And but I didn't stay because, I don't know, my sponsor specifically, man, he came up to me and he's like, I know you want to go to that bar right now and just go fucking take 10 shots. And I was like, I really don't, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. I just didn't gravitate towards especially at that moment.
Fear mongering of it.
Well, at the moment, I wasn't craving drinking at all. I was like, I don't know why y'all are trying to convince me I am, because I'm not. I'm just here because I know I need help.
Yeah.
But I don't know why everyone was trying to everyone was trying to convince me that I was trying to I'm not really not craving that drink. But it was still a cool experience because it got me to start praying again, and then eventually, start going to church. So it's crazy, man. But sorry, tangent there.
No,
Therapy's been real fucking good because it taught me just how to deal with emotions as a man, and men need to be fucking okay. I can't stand that, man. I can't stand when especially men can't just show their emotions, bro. And it be okay with it, bro. You're fine. You can cry, you can be depressed, and it doesn't make you less of a man, bro. You want the fucking cookie, you want to pet a dog, cute little puppy, call it a cute little puppy, bro. It don't make you gay. I think the shit like that bothers me because you're brought up a lot of even older.
Well, and then now there's
right?
the cancel culture, just fitting into this and that, and everything's got to be politically correct.
Yeah,
and,
it's true. It's true.
We're Sue Happy Nation and everything else that it's created this very unhealthy atmosphere for a lot of people.
Yeah, but I'm still going to therapy. I still say it's one of the best things I've ever done in my life, just because it got me to think in a certain way of an unbiased opinion. She's gotten me to handle certain aspects of my emotions and my relationship, like dealing with the split and stuff in ways I didn't think I knew. And it's fucking dope. Man. Yeah, it's fucking dope. So I would highly suggest anyone out there having some issues, guys, just give it a try, man. Like, what do you have to lose? And I'm going to put it this way. Anyone that says they can't afford it, I don't know, man. I always go digging. You know damn well you spend, what? Fucking dinner at Chili's is like $50, right?
Yeah.
Bet. You know how many fucking people go to Chili's on like a Tuesday? Fuck off, man. Don't go to Chili's on a Tuesday and go get some therapy, motherfucker. Like, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I go once a month, and I actually think I probably could do it once every 2 weeks, but that cheap-ass Asian in me comes talking, and I go once a month. And people, you can afford it. You gotta, just like a workout, you make the time, make the effort, you have the money. You just gotta allocate the funds, right? Like, fucking prioritize it. That's all.
So what is Jonathan doing for fun these days? What's something people don't know that you do for fun to get you outside of the norm?
Huh, that's interesting.
I mean, it's obviously not video games today. Maybe it is.
Like, I was a big nerd, but I also know that, again, when I play video games, I almost go too hard, man, like way too hard. Lately, the social media thing has kind of been my side gig. My full hobby. Yeah, my full time is obviously nursing. That's my career. But for fun, food reviews, bro. I started doing food reviews with my Instagram.
I've seen some of those, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't like them.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm on trying to stay 1,800 calories, my 90%.
So
and I'm watching you eat these bomb ass loaded fries, cheeseburgers.
So when I do a cheat meal, I'm gonna do something scrumptious, bro.
I mean, you're killing it. You're doing that.
It's kind of like the whole bodybuilding cheat meal thing.
Mm-hmm.
I find them fun. It keeps me sane because I follow a relatively strict diet during my work week. That way I can go have a bomb.
What's your diet look like when you're not doing a cheat meal? What's your normal?
So during my work week, I make the same fucking thing. I call it man pasta. It's a big thing of ground turkey ground turkey pasta with a vegetable in it and red sauce. It's a pasta. It's a big ass thing of pasta. A protein shake and a yogurt with peanut butter in it at work. That's my in between meal. And I typically throw
yogurt with peanut butter in it.
Yeah, you don't fucking eat that?
No, I have not done that. I eat yogurt, but I'm gonna have to try this. Peanut butter
Greek yogurt.
I'm about to say Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt, and you fucking throw some tablespoons of peanut butter in that shit. Oh my God, that's my shit.
Oh man, all right.
Dude, that's my jam. Good. It kind of hits my sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So my fat ass. Bodybuilding and fitness, guys, a lot of it is just finding shit to take care of your cravings or you know what I mean? That's my sweet
I'll tell you
tooth.
What I'm really excited about. What? So you know how bad a lot of protein tastes, right?
Yep.
Protein shakes are so hard. Do you know who Jocko Willink is?
No.
All right, Jocko Willink has a podcast. Jocko's a retired Navy SEAL. Badass dude. 4 a.m., bang shit out.
Yeah.
Motivational speaker, all this stuff. Jocko's bad dude. Jocko's bought out his own line now. And he has protein called the instant already made in the little to-go container. It's called Jocko Milk. Right now they have vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, I think. It's one other. It's vanilla, chocolate, and something else. But either way, these things are amazing, dude. 250 calories.
No shit.
Good high protein content, and it's absolutely the shit.
I'm always for trying new stuff.
And chocolate's probably my favorite, but
that's usually the
they've now taken it and made Jocko protein cookies.
Oh shit. I'm on the protein cookie train.
Yeah, and if it tastes half as good as these protein shakes do, I tell you they're awesome. They should be on my porch when I get home.
Okay, you got to send me a link to that because my brother at home got me into the Quest cookies. Mm-hmm. I'm all for it. I was eating too many. They're so fucking expensive though, dude. They are, man. They are not cheap, bro.
Quest bars and Quest cookies are very good too.
That's why
I keep Quest bars at my office, and that's what I go to for lunch a lot of days.
I stopped because the Quest bar, but I was eating too many Quest cookies, and they're too expensive, man.
Yeah,
I
get the bars.
Efficient.
I've stayed away from the cookies because I didn't go down that road.
The bars are cool. I think I ate so many.
Like the chocolate chip, the s'mores.
Yeah. The chocolate
Are they high in calories though?
They're not bad.
It's about 200.
250 calories.
I mean, they taste all right.
Versus what you're probably eating for lunch, that's really not much. I mean, my typical diet right now is I'm going to the gym. I have a calorie drink because I don't take pre-workout or anything because I don't want to mess with my blood pressure. I can get it up there on my own. I don't really need that. Then I work out. I drink a Jocko Milk. If I know I have a long day ahead of me and dinner is going to be late, then I have oatmeal and some Dave's Killer Bread toast.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I knock that out, and then I'll usually have a Quest protein bar for lunch, and then we have dinner, which is, some kind of
you follow
fairly
something like
lean,
I do.
fairly lean meat, a vegetable, and right now for my 6 days a week, I try to stay around 1,800 calories right now because I'm trying to be in a deficit to continue to drop.
How many calories are you hitting like a day ish?
Right now, I'm pretty consistent between about 1,500 and 1,700.
Seriously?
Yeah, and I'm staying there, and I'm dropping about 2 to 3 pounds a week right now.
That's pretty fucking
low. I'm staying pretty good. But I mean, again, 1 or 2 days a week, I'll get up there to 2,400 calories, and I'll stay in that zone. So I mean, I get there the other 2 days. Again, 90% of the time, I'm staying really low and staying clean, and then that other 10%, I'm getting there because I can maintain that. That's healthy. I can do that now. As I continue to add muscle and get the weight closer to where I want it, I'll add some calories back in and, be a little more frequent. But I'm not eating what I want. I mean, I have steak or pork chops and good vegetables for dinner. My wife cooks amazing meals at night,
she does.
I have, good stuff, or I throw stuff on the grill. Even on the weekends, I mean, we maybe now go out to eat one night a week. We'll pick Friday or Saturday and, still go get my Mexican food in or go grab some sushi.
What is your nationality, by the way?
I mean, I'm just a mutt pretty much.
Okay.
I've got one death certificate to prove my Cherokee, which I probably will never be able to do because that stuff, a lot of them weren't buried at grave sites, and I need a death certificate or a grave site to be able to take a picture of, one more relative to be able to get it on my mom's side.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a little bit of a mix of everything, so.
I'm just Asian. I'm pretty sure I'm Vietnamese. That's it.
I mean, I could go take the blood test. I mean, I'm kind of scared to now because 5 years ago I made fun of that, and my aunt found my long lost brother who just happened to live in Frisco.
What the fuck?
11 years older than me. I've known him for about 5 years now. I have awesome brother. It's my half brother on my dad's side, and his awesome wife Tammy, and then I've got 3 awesome nephews out of it too now. So man, it's pretty cool. But we've joked about it because I'm the only one that hasn't done the DNA test because I was making fun of it.
I mean, my ex had me do it. It basically was yo, motherfucker, you Vietnamese. You 99% exactly what you thought you was.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was worth it, but I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't really give a fuck. My long lost cousins and shit. I don't even barely know my current cousins. I mean, ish,
Yeah.
Well, I don't need to fucking know.
So do you come from a big family or a small family?
I think it's kind of big.
I mean, my wife has 42 first cousins. My wife's half Jordanian.
Oh yeah, I think my family's big then. I think it's always relative, right? I mean,
most of my Vietnamese friends have massive families.
I do. Yeah. Big family. I always try to think of it in white people terms and shit. So
family reunions, everybody get together.
You know what? It's real sad.
City.
We used to, but ever since I hit I don't know, older age, I haven't seen my cousins in a long time. Other than my super close ones, right? When I was younger, we had the family dynamics every Sunday, go see the cousins, go hang out with the aunts, uncles. But after college,
maybe you need to set that up.
It's possible, but I'm out here by myself. So
you be the fire. You set it up back home.
It's possible. Honestly, I'm out here just trying to do my own thing and just trying to figure out life, right? This shit all happened so quick. And I had the picture again, not from my point, but like most people that come up to me like picture perfect, cute girl or whatever, we both had great careers. Like everyone was like, how the fuck did it like all go downhill? But like people just need to realize, especially social media, right?
Yeah.
It's all fucking surface level. You know, when people fucking reach out to me, it's like, I thought you and Jenny, y'all were perfect. I was like, motherfucker, far from it. Like, if you actually knew me and Jenny, like we were volatile, man. Like, we blasted alcohol and fucking screamed at each other on, you know what I mean? Like, if you actually, my close friends would know that shit. But like, the people, that's what people need to know about social media. You fucking post stuff.
You can put on whatever screen you want.
And I think that's another message of like why I think a lot of people start gravitating towards my current whatever, because I keep shit real. Like, I just say it how it is. Like, I'm not fake.
Yeah. Like, but it's also, they're also getting to watch the stepping stone, because from every failure, there's a lesson learned.
Yeah.
And there's something else coming, something else down the road. So, I mean, next chapter of Johnny is going to be like, you know, who knows?
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
You know, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Ain't gonna
it's
be,
a work in progress.
Ain't gonna be an Asian girl, though. I'm tired of Asian girls.
Oh, you're gonna
bump into that one that you at least expect.
I'm gonna go with a white chick.
You're going to bump into one at the grocery store, getting you a bag of frozen broccoli, and you're going to grab for the same bag.
Hold on, okay, this is important.
Greek yogurt.
I'm documenting this shit now. I think I already met that person.
See?
Oh,
see? Look at that.
I think I did. I have developed one connection with one female since, because I'm half naked on the fucking internet. I get a lot of bullshit. You're hot, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm not a surface level guy. If you just blast my DMs with bullshit, like, I'm busy, dude. I ain't looking to just go fuck for no reason. I'm just not, and it's not my thing. I'm just not. I've developed one connection with one girl, and we'll see. I really do think she's special, and we'll see where we go.
The past has taught you how to handle the future.
Yeah, we're pulling for you, though.
I appreciate that, man.
All day.
Yeah, we're pulling for you on that one, man. I think you got a lot ahead, man. I think you have found very good outlets. You've, seeking help in the right places.
Yeah.
Putting things on track where you easily could have stayed in a dark hole, gone down many other dark holes, and yet you chose not to, and you found other outlets.
I appreciate that.
So that's very commendable. I mean, I think you need to, recognize all the progress you have made, and look at the good things you have done. I mean, look at all the little kids you help and that you're there for every day.
I appreciate that.
You've been a big influence.
My main target audience is like, I call them young guns. They're like early 20s, younger guys, because like I didn't really have a great male role model in my, like, just being honest. I ain't trying to trash my dad. I always say it, but like he wasn't the greatest guy, and he's not. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't call him my hero because he's, it's just that's it.
But he provided a safe, good home for you, like
something like that. Again, Dad, love you. Ain't no hate or nothing. It's just a matter of like, I just kind of wish I had somebody there to like. I don't even like fitness wise, right? My dad don't work out, and nobody guided me. I was on those weird dark.
Mine died when I was 24. My dad weighed like 400 pounds when he died. He wasn't an example of working out stuff. Like, so I can't say he did provide, and he showed up, and he was whether he was flying into town on a Friday and leaving on a Sunday night or a Monday morning for work. He was at every one of my baseball games on the weekend. Yeah, coached my team. Whatever.
I just try to encourage the younger guys to like go for it, like. Flex in the gym, but I ain't trying to tell them to be cocky, but like be confident in yourself, like do the before and after photos, because I didn't take enough photos when I was younger, and I kind of regret it, because when you're in the best shape of your life, how do people know what the fuck to reference it to, unless you take the photos? And it's just a matter of like believing in yourself, and again, just trying to spread positive vibes in the gym. And again, I'm not fucking perfect, but like I try to spread positivity is all. I try to be.
The title that I typed in for today's episode, you have truly embodied that fitness is therapy.
Yeah. It is, man.
You can just tell it
saved my life.
Story,
I promise you, fitness saved me. Like it I was dead, man. I was dead a few times, but what I'm trying to say is there's been multiple moments in my life where I can tell you that fitness saved my life. It is my passion, and it's why I try to preach it. But I'm also a very humorous person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I do it through humor and laughter, which some people need to like catch that first.
Yeah, I mean, some people got to get to know you. I mean, like I said, I started this off saying how how I judged you.
You assumed.
I assumed.
You assumed I was a crazy crackhead.
Or you had Tourette's, or I don't know. I mean, like,
I don't blame you. I always tell people when I'm in my fucking modes at the gym right now, because when 15 years of heartbreak and you're already kind of crazy and you already take a little more pre-workout than you should, you turn into something else, man. I am literally a gym monster.
Yeah, but I mean, there's finding a balance and all that. And I mean, like, that's good. That, I mean, like,
no, I've learned to do that, slow down recently,
and there's a fine balance between that too. I think, like, you know, people finding that happy medium. I think you're still finding it. I think you're really close in that zone of what you're doing. But I mean, the not giving a fuck, the being you, the putting yourself out there, the going to the gym, the wanting to share your experience. I mean, I think you should quit calling yourself a troll personally, because you're not a troll. Troll has a negative connotation to it. Like, I think you should quit calling yourself a troll. Yeah. Because you're not a troll. Call yourself a fitness motivator. I mean, I don't know what the right word is yet.
Right? It's
but
hard
I mean,
to find a word for it, because I hate that fucking word influencer, dude. It's so
I mean, like, cheesy, so you don't have to say you're an influencer. You're not trying to influence, but you're trying to motivate.
I'm trying to spread the word of fitness through humor.
Fitness, love, happiness, humor.
I'm a humorous person.
You're trying to put those things together and share that with people so that they can find that common ground in there and put that back in their life. So, I mean, personally, I would drop the troll thing, because you don't troll people.
You know what's funny?
You're not going on there and being negative to people.
I actually did drop the troll thing in my profile description.
There you go.
I said I'm trying to spread, I think, the message of fitness through my passion of fitness through laughter and humor, because that's
perfect.
I changed it recently, and again, guys, I'm literally going through this currently. I think this week has been another stepping stone in my life. This is the first time I actually went dark. I deleted my Instagram app, because that's my main social media app right now, and it's been weird, because it messed up like my whole routine. Because again, I was vlogging my whole life through my stories. So I went from that to absolutely fucking nothing. But it got me to like call my brothers again. It got me to like, I don't know, deal with my job a little differently in a positive way. Just do things that I've been kind of putting off, like responsibility wise. And so I'm literally going through this journey right now, and it's been cool, man.
I think that's part of you finding that happy medium of sharing your journey in a positive way with all these things.
Yeah.
And maybe that's not 5 posts a day. Maybe that's a recap. Maybe that's a educational video for you on your channel. Maybe that's a little more YouTube. Maybe you like, you know, edit this into some videos where you get to sit down and like take the best of it and like capture your thoughts of what you struggled with throughout the week and how you dealt with it, what you did to overcome it, how you dealt with it. I mean, you know, life lesson, like people told me I made funny faces at the gym and I needed to tone my face down. Well, that was a battle, you know,
I still can't get over that.
You know, like dude. Now I'm gonna, you know, like
funny faces.
You know, like how did that affect you?
I do like, make some funny fucking faces, but goddamn, bro, can you imagine?
Yeah, that's not threatening though. Like I don't understand why anybody would even feel the need to address
my
that.
Faces are pretty severe. You know, I'm kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, let's address the guy that's like riding the machine backwards. It's not even doing it right. I mean, like.
Thank you.
You know, there's people that could like seriously hurt themselves in the gym doing some of the stuff they do. Like it's pretty outlandish and crazy. But, you know, again, like some of it's just maturity. There's a lot of immaturity in the gym. There's a lot of flexing. There's a lot of, you know, no pun intended, but I mean, there's flexing. There's just showing off. There's, you know, just being in there to show people or like, you know, checking in just to check in or show people that you're at the gym. Like,
fair enough.
All right, I'm not checking in at the gym. Like, I know where I'm at. I know where I'm putting in. I mean, do I need to let everybody else know at 5 a.m. I'm up and getting my shit together?
But there's a balance to it with being okay with like, you know, there's some some people need that. Some people need that like accountability, right?
Yeah.
So I always say there's a thin line between arrogance and confidence, right? And that's the part. That's the danger.
Thin line between love and hate too.
Yeah. And so like people got to find their balance. Hell, I literally have that fucking tattooed right there. That's why I struggle with it. I'm on my journey, and because the same thing. Sometimes I get cocky. Sometimes I look in the mirror, I'm like, God damn. And sometimes I look in the mirror and I go, you're a piece of shit. I just think people need to find their confidence because confidence is important. You need to believe in yourself, but you do not need to be cocky. That's it. It's very simple. Keep shit simple, man.
I think the question will be very interesting for him. I think it'll be almost a challenge.
Yeah,
what questions? What do you mean by that?
It's a surprise. It's a surprise.
Yeah. We're
but I just
excited.
thought about that.
Yeah, so we're getting towards the end of the show here, and there's something we do with every one of our guests. It's probably my favorite segment.
Okay, I'm excited.
So I'm going to fully explain it to you so that you can go in whatever direction you want to go with this. So we like to do, common sense is about people sharing their journey so that we sit down under this common conversation, sharing a cigar, sharing some spirits, having a conversation so that others can learn from our successes, our failures, learning how, we didn't always have a purpose, a passion, following this, this journey called life, right? So that's what we do on this show. And one of the favorite segments of mine is at the end where it's called My 2 Cents.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So My 2 Cents is just an opportunity you get. It could be something that you're feeling now. You know, maybe the show inspired, or you've just been weighing on your chest heavily lately. Whatever. It could be a thought you have, a belief you have, a saying you have, whatever that you want to share with our listeners. That's just you giving us your 2 cents. And it can literally be about anything.
First thing that came to mind is something I said on my stories the other night. Israel Adesanya literally knocked out Alex Pereira the other night in a glorious fashion, but his post-fight victory speech was crazy because he said, I hope, talking to you listeners, I hope one day you can find this feeling. I hope one day you can have this feeling, but you will never have this feeling in your life if you don't go for something. That's how I feel about this social media. I feel like God put me in a certain direction, and I was like, I would rather push social media or go for something I'm passionate about and fail than to have never gone for it at all. I'm a nurse. I'm about to be a nurse practitioner. I'm going to make money. I have a decent career. But something pushed me towards this direction.
Yeah.
That's it. Something pushed me to go take a fucking selfie with you. And now we're on a podcast. Smoking my first cigar and drinking a drink because I just said hello.
Yeah.
That's my point. It's life-changing. Go for your fucking passions or dreams. Go, actually go for it. Go for it.
Put yourself out there.
Exactly. No, that's my 2 cents because I go, it literally changed my fucking life, bro.
I'm a big UFC fan. Everybody knows that.
Oh, shit.
I'm a big UFC fan.
What happened?
I hate that such great words of wisdom came out of Israel's mouth.
Oh, fuck, dude.
I hate that, honestly, because I think he's a very disrespectful fighter.
Oh, he is.
When he mounted Boris Shima.
That was bad
cross
taste.
line. Same thing. Joe Rogan, somebody I really look up to, and I love Joe Rogan. Why he chose when Conor McGregor broke his leg to put a mic in his mouth and not just stay with the champion at the time and talk with him to where you gave him an opportunity to do what Conor does and create more controversy and talk shit. I'm just not for that. But what you just quoted, I too was like, man, that was deep. That was great.
I resonated with the message.
Yeah, and you know what? He has those moments. If he could contain that a little bit more and have a little more compassion for the guys he fights and a little more respect, I would be game. And I've noticed, I think it's changing in him. And I'm all for that because he's not doing the full WWE like crazy walkouts and stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Like he's a little more. He still does the hike his
leg. He got humbled a little bit. He got humbled.
Yeah, he got humbled a little bit, and he's not like
a lot of it. Actually,
he's not like hiking his leg on every post in the octagon anymore. I mean, I've still seen him do it every now and then, but
it's cool you brought that up because I feel like I'm going down the same journey. Where I feel like I was probably too crazy in the gym. I met you a month ago. If you saw me 2 months ago, I'm telling you, man.
Well, and it all started because of the observation I had of you, and you came in. I mean, I'm not going to bring up what actually happened, why you were in a down mood that day.
Yeah.
But, I noticed that.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, this dude needs somebody to say hello and pick him up a little
man.
bit. And I said, what's up?
Yeah.
And then, cool. A friendship, engaged from there. So, all for it, man. Like, thank you for coming on the show, man. I've really enjoyed having you on here. I hope you had a good time on here.
It's been dope.
Big announcement for you guys. So, as I hinted to a few weeks ago, there is going to be a second podcast. Like you just said, I've always had a passion for music. There's another podcast that is going to be solely about music.
Oh, cool.
I'm not going to give away all the details just yet, but I am going to leave you guys with this. So any of you watching or any of you that hear this podcast after the fact, May 8th. Write it down. Mark it on your calendars.
May 8th, motherfuckers.
May 8th. Approximately, I'm going to say somewhere around 6:30 p.m. You'll see the first part. We're going to go live from a potential new location. Cool. There will be a live music performance from a good friend of mine's band, Mockingbird. We're going to have a live performance with them, test this space out. It will be followed with a brief impromptu. I'm not going to put a time limit on it, but I'm going to say there will be a short podcast that'll be a special version that it's not going to be the common sense format you guys are used to, but it'll be very similar, but all music based. So
that's cool.
Get ready. If this space ends up rocking, we'll be bringing this all to you sooner than later. So
check that shit out.
Yep.
Don't be a bitch.
Teaser, that's coming. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll see you again next week. And until then, have a great week.
Shee.